Welcome back, guys. Today I'll be showing you how you can invest all of your coins to make absolutely millions and get a team like mine. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to say thank you. And remember, if you do send proof of subscription over on Instagram, you will be entered into a giveaway for 500,000 coins when we do hit 17k. So make sure to go do that. And of course, follow my coin sponsor over on Instagram. And if you do want some coins in a bit of a quicker way, well, if you guys are still stuck with a team like this and everyone you play in champs has a team like this, then you need to head over to Sky Coach in the link below. Not only have they got the cheapest and most reliable service for FIFA coins, you can pick any amount of coins, select your console, and put in code PRORECALL for 10% off. Now, of course, as all of you guys know, investment videos start over on Futbin. Now, we want to go over and have a look at the price of a few players, but we can also look at this main screen to kind of see what is relevant right now. You can see there's interest in obviously players like Rodri, Torre, Marmoush there. We've got Aspas. A lot of these cards obviously receiving upgrades because of the recent cards released. I think that Grealish probably looks quite nice now. We've got cards like Baka who are only 42k, and that's also something we're going to have a look at is the state of informs right now. I mean, then you look at Hansen, who's now 300k, which is insane because that card was worth an absolute ton for quite some time. But of course, we go over to SBCs and we want to go cheapest by rating to have a look at these players. Now, what you will notice is, of course, right now, a lot of cards have already been locked based on SBCs and they've already gone up. So actually, 86s, they're really low at the minute. 85s are on the up. You can see these guys comparatively. I mean, they're way close to 86s, but nowhere near 84s. You can see these guys have gone up. These guys are pretty low. 86s, when their SBCs are hitting where they're more relevant, they should hit around 11 to 12k. Your 87s, where the 86 would usually be for an SBC. 87 should be about 16, 88 should go to 20, and then 89s will, I mean, realistically, I think these ones at the minute have actually got a bit of a hike increase on them. Now, if you have a look at 90 rated players, they're pretty reasonably priced at the minute. And then when we saw up to the 92s, you've obviously got specials only, so that's not going to be as relevant. Now, when we go to 91, let's have a look at what we've got here. I mean, Lewandowski's inform is within 10k of Haaland and Patelas, but De Bruyne is far below all of them. So what it looks like is actually De Bruyne is kind of the benchmark for these. What we can see looking at 90 rated is actually Diani is pretty fairly priced, and so is Osimhen, who's currently still in packs, I believe. And then when we go down to the 88s, the 89s, the 87s, there are no informs on the bottom end. Now, one thing I do want to say when we scroll down here is that right now, 84s and 86 rated players are definitely a good investment. What I would go for, looking at this list, realistically, is Lawrence, Schuler, Nkuku, Szczesny, Gundogan, Kante, Gayoro. Those guys aren't at the top of the list, so they're going to be less sniped. It's going to be a little bit easier to pick them up, and you can get them quite low as well. On this side of things, I'd say Maddison, Koke, Nabry, Martinelli. All you got to do is pop Brazil, Arsenal Gold Rare. You can snipe 484s from that filter. Koulibaly, he'll be a good one. Thiago, Depay, Ginter. All of these guys are going to be really good investments. Now, what we're going to do is pop inform and gold on the side, and we're going to apply that as a filter because right now the inform market is pretty insane. We can see at the bottom end, they're 50k. Every inform is 50,000 coins. And the thing is, right, why this doesn't make sense is you can go and do an inform SBC for 24k. So everyone who's doing this is honestly clueless. If you're doing it this way, you are clueless. Just go and buy the SBC. Although it is a bit of a chore to do, it's so much cheaper. Now, when we go up to 88 rated, Talisca, Arola, Grimaldo, Savic, all of these should be worth more. Additionally, if we have a look here, we go down to the 89s. 89s, 46 for Donnarumma. So out of these, first of all, Donnarumma's second inform, and first actually, so either of them work, are both snipes. Vlahovic is a snipe. Talisca is a snipe. Dybala is a snipe. All of these players are far too low for the level of inform they are. I mean, look at this jump. You go from 90 rated at 50k, 91 rated goes straight to 70, and then by the fourth card, you're on 200k. So there is a massive disparity in these guys in the pricing. So if we, I mean, even if we look 90 here, 50, 50, 70, well, 75 really, 100. So there, it's a massive gap. You can see this is the baseline for the cards. I actually think Diani's probably not bad either. So on that basis, let's just have a look on the market. We're going to head over to Diani first of all. I think she's a good start point. And bear in mind, guys, these informs, I mean, there's tons of them, and they are going to be available for snipes because people aren't actually going for the Dianis for these. They're going for much sort of, I suppose, it's silly what people are going for. You've got these like 82 82 or 83 rated informs that are just priced to the absolute heavens when you can get Diani for 55k. Now, of course, what you might want to do is compare price your way to a snipe, which is what I would do here if I'm going to invest in this card. What you'd also want to do, potentially, is go for a max price of maybe, let's have a look. We'll do 40k. So have a look at max price 40k. There is a few on here. So all of these guys can be bidded on. Obviously this one, it's not quite going to happen there. I mean, that's a much nicer card. Does she have 5-star skills on that one? Because if she does, that's pretty... yeah, it's not quite good enough. But still, all of these informs, I mean, realistically, they've all got biddables available. I reckon you can get her on 45 if I'm being dead honest. The next one we want to have a look at, obviously Donnarumma. Once again, similar story. There's going to be loads of biddables. Are you going to win him on a bid? Possibly not. I'm not 100% sure that that's going to be easy, but there are so many of him. I mean, we literally just put this to what, 45, and there's going to be types of both of his informs at 45. So we've got 88 there. Okay, there's no 89s there. I was proven wrong, but within about 2k, you're going to see his 89. Let's have a look. So 88, there you go, 89. So you've got his 89 card is pretty much exactly the same as his 88. That doesn't add up. That simply doesn't add up. So there is definitely an opportunity to make some coins here. I don't know if there's any way. There isn't really a way to section out the 89. What you can do is just compare price your way through the 89. I mean, that one's, was that 45? I mean, that's just a steal, isn't it? Realistically, what you want to do is get to the end of a list of Donnarummas, whether it be the standard or not. You can go kind of 43,750 here. Just compare price, because there will be an 89 that comes up because people will list it. Right now, the 89s, the 88s, the 87s do not have the value that an 85 does. You know, in terms of comparatively to what they're worth, an 85 is somehow massively increased in value. Now, obviously, as I say, very easy to go do the SBCs. It is not that hard to go and get these cards yourself, but people aren't doing it because they're lazy. But let's have a look and see what Talisca can bring to the table here for us. Has he got anything that any of these others can't? Now, obviously, bear in mind, I haven't actually picked any up yet. We will be picking some up. For Talisca, I think we have to go striker because his other cards might be in slightly different positions. So let's get striker on that one. Let's have a look. Striker, there you go. 88 inform. Let's knock this down a little bit. Let's have a see how low we can get one. So 42... 44 maybe, 43,750, 43,500. There's an absolute ton there. There's a 42. I'd actually say it's probably a snipe. We've missed that. That was a snipe then. Let's have a look. 43. So we can just compare price our way to another one. Now, bear in mind, he's impacts. You can probably pick him up for 40k. And then when a big SBC drops that everyone's going to do, and that's not, you know, a Janola. That's not a base icon encore. That when there is a very big icon SBC that comes, something a little bit more fruitful, people will be using these cards and people will be absolutely begging for them. So you just want to get as many of them as possible. Now, 42.5, I think this one goes up to 46, possibly even up to 50 at its height, which means that is a very good buy. So it's definitely worth doing. Make sure to do it, and also make sure to stay tuned for shorts, because I've got one encore pack sitting. I've got one SBC almost completed as well. We're cooking a load of these up. I'm going to open I think 5 or 10 at once, so make sure to check that out, and of course make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you